Germany is in the center of Europe with 82 million inhabitants, so it is basically the biggest country population-wise in Europe, and it stretches from the north to the south with a coastline of 2,500 kilometers and down to the Alps. We are a green country because some of the biggest, largest rivers of Europe flow actually through Germany, like the Rhine and the Elbe and the Danube. We also have a number of historical sites, a lot of them, to visit, worthwhile visiting, some of them classified by UNESCO as World Heritage. The relations between Qatar and Germany are long-standing relations, more than 40 years. Well, we have relations in all fields. Of course, there is a strong partnership in economic affairs, in economic activities. As you know, I mean, Germany as an industrial nation and with a strong export factor is always interested in expanding and in having a good partnership with other countries, and this also goes for Qatar. Well, with regard to science and education, of course, you know that Germany has a high number of excellent universities, training centers. I also would like to highlight our system in vocational training, which is part of the reason why our economy is thriving. So all in all, we can offer a lot, and some of our universities have partnerships with Qatar University and Qatar Foundation. And when it comes to the situation here in Qatar itself, we are very proud that we have a German school here. With regard to culture, I think for us at the moment the most important future event will be the German Qatar Year of Culture in 2017. We are already preparing for that together with our Qatari partners, and I think this will give us a chance to really highlight and present Germany as a cultural nation with its tradition, with its modern aspects like design, fashion, young music, for example. And on the other hand, Qatar also will present its heritage and its culture in Germany, and I believe that this will be really an outstanding chance to foster more understanding between the two countries and the two peoples. There is quite a unique partnership between Qatar and Germany when it comes to archaeology, because we have our team of the DAI in working here in Qatar in consecutive years. I mean, it has been since a couple of years that they are here and that they help to explore and preserve the archaeological heritage of the country. Well, the German community is about 2,000 people, so we are not a very big community, but I think we are an active community. We have about 200 companies active here in Qatar with their own branches or in cooperation with partners. So a big part of the German community is in the economic field, I would say. But you will find Germans who've been here for over 40 years, and they have lived through all the developments of the country, and they are still here and they enjoy to be here. You will find Germans who've recently arrived and are happy to be here in Qatar. And when it comes to their activities, apart from the economic field, from business, you will find Germans in universities, for example, or in research centers. Of course, you find them in the school, you find them in the language center. Yeah, so I think it is a very diverse community. You will meet two German families, I think, who are sort of representatives of our community and who will show you the way of life here in Qatar from a German perspective.
My name is Johannes Kraumann. I'm originally German, and I came to Qatar to do biomedical research at Weill Cornell Medical College and contribute to the mission of Qatar Foundation to develop the country into a knowledge-based society. I'm leading an international team that does biomedical research in the biochemistry field, in the field of biochemistry, with the goal to characterize diseases such as diabetes and Parkinson's syndrome, and finally contribute to healthcare in the world and in Qatar. I have teaching responsibilities within the medical program of Weill Cornell Medical College, where we educate medical doctors. And I also have collaborations with Qatar University, and currently have 2 master's students that do their thesis in my laboratory, but will be awarded their degree by Qatar University. It's my first professional experience after my education, and I'm thankful to have that opportunity. After having worked in both the US and Germany, I already had some international exposure, but the multicultural aspect here is much stronger, and one needs to be mindful of that and make sure that conflicts are managed in a culturally compatible manner. There are aspects of dealing with people from such variety of cultures here that really have made me expand my horizon in terms of how people think, in terms of how they interact, adapt to that, learn how to synchronize with the ways they think and interact in order to direct a functional, multicultural and international team. I think it's an exceptional vision, certainly within the region, from the top levels through the various institutions, Qatar Foundation, Weill Cornell Medical College, to bring this kind of research, this kind of education to this country, to this region. And I think it's exceptional in the world to undertake this endeavor. I live in Qatar with my family, my wife Birgit and my son Leo, my daughter Elsa, and the youngest is Max. We are here in Qatar, which we like to come to because there are places to walk, there are a lot of interesting exhibitions, there's the music academy which I visited, and there's also very good restaurants.
As a family, we like to spend the weekends out in the city in Doha. There are nice places like Qatar we can go, and we also like to be outside in the desert, doing some barbecue and just have the kids play in the sand. That's a beautiful experience, and that's where we really feel being in Qatar, like also being close to local people, because in the desert you have a lot of locals and you feel that they love their country and they feel very comfortable there. And we've already had a lot of nice experiences with helpful Qatari people helping us out once we were lost in the dunes, and they even accompanied us back and invited us to have a tea with them. So that's great about being then out of Doha and being in touch with the nature and with the people. So what we're really happy about here is that kids, they do Arabic at school. So at their school, they have starting from age 4, they have 3 hours per week. And so even though they're shy when speaking, they learn a lot also about the culture and the writing. Masmuki.
أنا اسمي إلزا.
مرحبا، اسمي بيرغيت، أنا زوجة يوهانس. إنني درست اللغة العربية في ألمانيا، وهنا في قطر أدرسها في مركز تعليم اللغة الألمانية.
مرحبا، اسمي صوفي. أنا نمساوية. أسكن في دوحة منذ 3 سنوات.
أنا أدرس اللغة العربية.
ثانوية أنا شفت أنني أحب كثير اللغات، واللغة العربية كانت لغة يعني بالنسبة لي يعني ما زالت سرة وجميلة جداً. زوجي وأنا قررنا الذهاب إلى قطر، يعني هذا كان في أول ليس من أجلي ومن أجل محبتي للغة وللثقافة، كان من أجل عمل زوجي. ولما سألني إذا كنت أريد أن أذهب إلى بلد عربي مرة أخرى، أنا يعني كنت أهتم كثيراً بهذه الفكرة، ويعني كل العائلة ذهبنا قبل 5 سنوات تقريباً. ممكن من الغريب أن ألمانية تدرس العربية هنا في قطر، ولكن أنا أحب هذه الثقافة وهذه اللغة كثيراً، وما أرى يعني كل من يأتي إلى قطر يحتاج ويريد أن يتعلم عن الثقافة وعن الناس. وهنا بالمركز يعني بين ألمان نحاول أن نساعد، يعني هذا مثل تبادل ثقافي وتبادل لغوي، وهذا يعني نريد أن نساعد الألمان أن يشعرون بالراحة هنا في قطر، وأن يقرؤون قليلاً في الشوارع، وممكن يتحدثون قليلاً مع الناس. من الحلو هنا بالمركز يعني مثلاً في الاستراحة في طلاب ألمان وطلاب قطريون يخرجون ويشربون الشاي معاً، ويعني كلنا نستمتع بهذا التبادل، وهذا يعني هدف الدورات. أنا أشعر أن المجتمع القطري يعني مجتمع كيف أقول متسامح جداً، يعني وهذا ما يكون الشيء الحلو بالنسبة لي وأولادي، أن نعيش ثقافتنا ولكن نتعرف على ثقافة الآخرين، وهذا ممتع جداً لقطر.
It is well known in 2011, Qatar was awarded the World Cup. This brought me to Qatar because I'm working in major events since many years. And last year, I was then elected into the board of the German school. That's where we are now. In 2008, our school started with 20 students, but we have grown steadily over the last years. We have more than 300 students today. Our students are coming mainly from Germany, half of them, but the other are coming from all over the world. Many of these as well from Arab countries. This is leading us to introduce Arab as a foreign language to our students from next year on. The German school is an essential part of the school system in Qatar. We are now introducing as well the International Baccalaureate, IB, which enables our students after grade 10 to continue with 11 and 12 and later on going to the universities. This is important for the people staying in Qatar, but as well who are going abroad. They can go to universities worldwide. I didn't come here on my own. My wife, Adele, came along, as well as our 3 children, Amelie, Toby, and Lucas. They all go here to the German school. The most preferable, most nicest thing we like to do is going in the desert, definitely. Either with our cars or with some rental quads, riding the dunes. The kids love it. Yeah. If we go with our cars, we do some camping. We're staying overnight. Sometimes we are returning in the evenings. Kids go in the water next to inland sea here. Then we do some barbecue. The kids have this little, how do you call it? Marshmallows, they are barbecuing on it. Yeah, we have lovely times on the weekends when we go in the desert. Beside of desert, we do sometimes beach. There our preferred one is Favorit in the north, which is like an hour drive for us. And we are spending it all the time with friends, with other kids from the German school. Quad riding is something we don't have in Europe, not in Germany. We don't have these nice dunes, we don't have a desert, yeah? So that is a great opportunity for us to get out of the city, get into the nature and do something really fun. It's not only the kids are enjoying it, it's as well us, especially me as well, riding the dunes here. It was, for us, was really a life-changing thing to come into Qatar. Before I kept on traveling back and forth. I was going to Brazil for the World Cup 2014, going all the time. So every second week, over weekends and so on. And coming here, this gave us the opportunity to reunite as a family.
A lot of people ask me back home, what do you do all day? You know, well, I do a lot of the same things here that I did back home. I have 3 children, I have to look after a house. The only thing I don't have so much here is we have at home a big garden, so I do have more time to do things. And one of my things that I really enjoy doing for relaxing, and I need this release sometimes, I feel, after the 3 children, is I paint. I love the Arabic patterns, and you just have to look out the windows here. Over any vents or anything, they have the beautiful patterns. It's everywhere, basically. But obviously, a big inspiration as well for me are the people here, because they're so different for me than what I'm used to. The women with their black abayas, and you just see their eyes, it's very mysterious somehow. And most of them, if you look at the women's faces closely, they have beautifully made up eyes, you know. They take a lot of care. And the men, if you notice their faces, with their very crisp white dress, and their beards are so accurately cut. I notice all these details, you know, because it sticks out, and I find it very beautiful, very aesthetic. And so everywhere you look around here, there's sort of, because it's so new for me, there's a lot of inspiration. Things I see, I suppose, through different eyes, coming from a different culture.
Hallo. Na, hallo Birgit. Hallo. Hallo. Na, tschüss mal voraus. Wir haben es wirklich noch nie rüber geschafft. Hier runter. Komm du mal hin. it's now 4 years ago that you came here.
4.5.
4.5 actually.
So we visited.
5 years ago in summer I was recruited.
Okay.
And the first experience was to walk off the plane and have my glasses fogging up.
That's typical thing.
Because it was July, huh?
Yeah, so
We thought it was very different, no? And very different from what I knew before, like other Arabic-speaking countries. But it was interesting.
You went to other...
Yeah, I've been to Egypt, to Syria, Lebanon,
not living.
Jordan.
Not
All
living.
for studies.
Oh, for
For a
studies?
year, yes. Yeah. So it was nice because we were a little bit, or I was a little bit familiar with the, let's say, the culture, but it was very different. I mean, it's just amazing, the buildings and
The architecture is
yeah,
incredible
so-
here. I love architecture, yeah.
I mean, the museum is one of our absolute
Yeah.
soldiers.
So what are your plans now? You're 4 years now here. When are you thinking to go back?
Are you going to go back?
Right now we don't have any firm plans. My first contract was 5 years and I just got an extension, so there is no immediate need.
So you have another 5 years at least.
Yeah, and my work is taking off nicely now, so we don't know. We will take it in strides.
No, but I mean, the plan is not to stay here forever, but
Yeah.
we don't mind to have another year or two, no?
So it's possible.
It's a very nice experience for the children.
Yeah.
With so many different languages growing up, you know? I mean, we're originally here, well, it was originally, but we 2-year
Contract was 2
contract.
years.
2 years.
And we now extended
Yeah,
as
in
well.
a minute.
Oh, okay.
As well as
Yeah.
proof of how good it's going.
For another 2 years then? Or?
At the moment, it's 1 more year,
Yeah.
and we are just in the debate now. What is the next step now? Yeah. That was the really essence of our coming here as well, to come together as a family.
Spend more time together, because I was basically bringing them up alone, the kids, because he was gone so often. And that's the best thing, really, from being here, is that it's brought us much closer together. We spend so much time together and just do things as a family, which I think is really
Dinner
nice.
every evening, yeah. In Germany, I didn't have that.
That's why I think it's really,
Family.
let's say, not easy, but it's doable to have a job or even a career, and also have more time for your family. To spend more time.
Life balance, somehow.
It's a very family-friendly environment.
Yeah.
العلاقات بين سويسرا وقطر علاقات جيدة جدا ونفتخر بها.
And let me thank personally my Swiss fellow countrywoman, Dr. Anna Richting, who was in a certain manner the engine and the brain of our project and the personalized link between Switzerland and Qatar.